Hello, Pattern 5. Right, we're going to look at today in your workbook page 7. Now, to be able to do workbook page 7, then we need to do a little bit of work on these two things here. We need to know the difference between the present simple tense and the present continuous tense. So let's have a few minutes looking at that, and then we can come back and answer this. Right, so as you know in English, when we change the time that we're talking about, or when we change the tense, then we have to change the spelling of the verb. So if I'm talking about today, or yesterday, or tomorrow, then I have to change the tense of the verb, I have to change the spelling of the verb. So first of all, let's look at present simple tense. First thing we need to know is, when do we use the present simple tense? We use it to talk about things that we do many times every day or every week, what we call habits. Okay, like take a shower, eat breakfast, and so on. Okay, and the next question we need to answer is, how do we write it? So we use it to talk about things we do many times. How do we write it? Well, we need to be able to say yes, to be able to say no, and to make a question. So to say yes, then we just have our subject and our base verb. So if the subject is I, then I would just put I wash. My base verb is to wash. But if the subject is he or she or it, one person or one thing, then we have to change our base verb and it would become she wash as. If the subject is he, she or it, then we change the base verb. Okay? If we're going to say no, then it's the subject, do and does, not, and the base verb. So if the subject is I would just say I do not wash. But if the subject is he, she or it, then we change do to does. So it would be she does not wash. Notice, look, I don't change my base verb because I'm changing do to does if the subject is he, she or it. And to make a question, it's do or does, the subject and the base verb. So it would be do I wash, but if the subject is he, she or it, does she wash. So that's the present simple tense, okay? Let's have a look over here then at these things here. So we've got 8 things to look at, and these are our 8 base verbs. Okay, so number 1, base verb is iron, the subject is she. Because the subject is she, we have to put S on the base verb. Okay, number 2, do homework. Our base verb is do, the subject is she, so we have to change do to does. Okay, number 3, our base verb is prepare, the subject is she, so we have to put an S on the base verb. She prepares. And this one, number 4, our base verb is wash, so we have to change wash to washers because the subject is she. If the subject is I, or you, or we or they, it would be I iron, I do, I prepare, I wash. But because our subject is he or she, then we have to change our base verb. Okay? Now here, let's say no. Okay? Our base verb is clean. The subject is she, so we have to say does, not or doesn't. Base verb is clean, subject is she. To say no, we say does not. Notice I don't change the base verb. I change do to does. I don't change this base verb. When I say no, we don't change the base verb. It's the same look. This one, the base verb is eat. We want to say no. Subject is she. So it's going to be does not eat. Okay, again look, we don't change the base verb because we're using does not. This one, read. Okay, we want to say no because the subject is she. We would say doesn't. And the last one, the base verb is watch. Subject is she. We want to say no, so we say she does not or doesn't. Notice the base verb is the same when we say no because we change do to does. Okay, so let's go back to our workbook page. So here look, you've got 8 sentences. They're all there. You've got to cut them out, put them into the right place, saying yes or saying no. Okay? Yes or no. And then choose the right one. Okay, let's look at the second one. The second one here is continuous tense. So let's go over here and have a look. Now, continuous tense is we use it to talk about what we're doing now. What are we doing now? At this minute, now. How do we write it? The subject, and then the verb be. The verb be, of course, is, am, or are. And then our base verb and ing. So, if my base verb is write, and I'm talking about what I'm doing now, I would put subject I, base verb be am, I am writing. Who are we talking about? I. Am goes with I am writing. If I want to say no, then I would just put I am not writing. If you want to say no with continuous tense, you just use not. And to make a question, you put the verb be at the front. So it would be am. Subject, I write in. So that's continuous tense. We use it to talk about what we're doing now. Subject, the verb be, which is, am or are, base verb and ing. To say no, we use not. To make a question, we put the verb be first. So let's go over here to finish. So at the bottom here, question 4. Here we've got our base verbs, play, watch and write, and you've got to answer them, but using the continuous tense. So base verb is eat. George has some soup and a spoon. What is he doing? What is he doing now? He is eating. Mark has a pen and a notebook. What is he doing? What is he doing now? He is writing. And then see if you can do 3 and 4. Okay? So it's the difference between the simple, present simple tense, present continuous tense. Top half simple, bottom half continuous. Workbook, page 7.